welcome to No Enemies Here, the show where when you're down, you're up. I mean, that's all. Thanks for watching, man, and I'd like to thank all the people who gave me their well wishes for my arm. For my wrist, it just takes me a little bit longer to do what I wanted to do. I was really in pain when I did the RD stuff. Everything you want to know about war games, but we're afraid to ask. I was in real pain. Now it's better. Look at that, hey? But coming downstairs, I banged my wrist, for God's sake. Anyways, thank you very much, and thank you to Dave Imparato. Thanks, Dave. And 6 Actual, if you're watching this, did you get the game? Because if you didn't get the game, I ain't happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to call them. Let me know, please. Email me. Or write it in the comments below. I was watching KilRoyWasHere. And Coffee with Kilroy. Which, as a matter of fact, is a preferred segment of mine that I look forward to, because other than him being weird, he's very informative. And he was talking about, I think it's been about 2 weeks, he was talking about the game books, the war game books, like by Worthington, by Mike Lambo, who I'm still wanting to get in touch with. Mike Lambo, if you're watching this, email me. Capiche? And the book, and I ordered it from Amazon, and plus I ordered a Mike Lambo Fields of Normandy. But this is a book by Brett Campbell. Now, who's Brent Campbell, right? Who's Brent Campbell? He's Combat Board Games. You know, I always like watching this guy because he's calm. You know, the tone is always the same. It's very, 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 you know what, very PBS, just like the Oaken Night. And he's got a book out, which is going to be here, should be there already, and it's called An Abstract World War II D66 Game Book. Brent Campbell, Holdout. So what's happening here, and this I'm taking from Kilroy, so if my information is wrong, then it's Kilroy's fault, right? Because it never is my fault. I just read the facts. So this is about a Japanese soldier, or a couple of Japanese soldiers, I don't know, probably one Japanese soldier, and it's after the war, and you're holding out like for 20 years. Maybe not 20 years in this book, but there's some Japanese guys that did hold out for 20 years. I think there's one that held out for 40 years, but I might be mistaken. And look, you know what? I don't read because of my difficulty in reading. That's what ADD or ADHD does to you sometimes. Well, it does to me. And this is probably a little bit easy reading, and then you do something. So I just read a little bit, and then I do something, and it's cool. And if I can't read anymore, I just put it down. But I'm interested in the topic and in the subject, so therefore I want to read it. And I'm gonna be ordering more books like this, and I hope I like this. I want to like this from Combat Board Games. I want to like it. And like I said, I ordered a Mike Lambo, the Fields of Normandy. He's got one on the Bulge. He's got one on the Omaha Beach, medieval one, and one in the jungle, something like that. And Worthington's got like a bunch. And I said it when this came out. When this started becoming popular, and it's you guys that popularize it by reviewing it and stuff like that. People like Kilroy, people like Ricardo, people like Wojennik, you know, combat, and a guy we haven't heard so much of is I forget his name, for God's sake. BLASTPOP. I haven't heard from BLASTPOP in a while. Anyways, and I contacted Grant, and I want to have an interview with Grant, and Grant's gonna send me a couple of these books, and I mean, I have the Bismarck one, and I did play it a few times, and it was fun. It's fun. It's light. Don't expect classic Pacific War or you know, RAF, the Battle of Britain. I'm looking at around, so I see stuff like that. It's fun. It passes the time, and the subject is of interest to me, and I'm sure of interest to you. So, anyways, I'm stoked. It's gonna get me back into reading, and like I said, I met the pizza guy, so I'm gonna be playing a few more games. I'm actually out for a month, and the thing is that this show, it's taking me longer, obviously, because I'm a gimp, you know. I'm hideous. I would have done. I wanted to do the GMT P500 that's out, but it's gonna take me too long. And as soon as pain sets in, I gotta rest it. Whatever. You gotta rest it. So I'm looking forward to Hold Out by Brent Campbell. Combat board games. Go to his channel, check it out, subscribe, man. You know what? All the subscribers that are here, and for some reason, I don't have any more. I haven't been getting more subscribers. Please, if you're watching this, subscribe. Don't even like, just subscribe, because I'm stuck at 2450, which is amazing. But you know what I mean. I want to get above STUKAJOE, and especially the gentlemen from the Players Aid who got like 15,000. Come on, for God's sake. I'm jesting. So I'm looking forward to this Holdout. I'm gonna be playing a few games. I know I'm gonna be lazy, but this is gonna come off in 6-7 days. And like I said, I can move it a little bit. And that's it. So, as of this recording right now, I have not received anything from Wojennik, nothing from KilRoy, nothing from Dave, but Dave usually sends it to me around 5-ish. And as I said, if anybody wants to do a segment like KilRoy, like Wojennik, you are more than welcome to do that. Instead of me blabbing out what's on the channel, have the channel person come and say what's on the channel. It makes for interesting. It makes for an interesting show to have different people on all the time instead of just having me blab at my big mouth. Anyways, enjoy the show, and enjoy the show.
Black Jay.
And there's the news on War Games for Saturday, July 30th, 2022. We have 3-minute board games showing off his game, a coin game called Red Dust Rebellion. This is a preview, and it's on the P500 as we speak. 6actual is unboxing Guadalcanal from Avalanche Press. It says here, Guadalcanal Semper Fi series game from Avalanche Press, I should say, which was published in 2003. This is an unboxing, a Panzer Grenadier system game. A lot of people get into Panzer Grenadier, and a lot of people don't get into Panzer Grenadier. Whatever your preference is. Artie of ARDWULF'S LAIR has, I should say, 5 videos out this week, although you see 6, but one was carried over from last week. So he has classless characters, world building, the Creche campaign. I guess it's the Creche campaign or the Creche campaign. And this is with Pat and Gary. So I'm thinking Pat, I forget his name. Oh my god, it starts with an M. Ah well. And a counter clipping talks about Scotch, but really mostly ... And I forget, someone told me about this ... I can go over it, and something's gonna happen. And the thing is that, anyways, let me continue. Then he flips through JTAS, which is Traveler Volume Number 9, new for Mongoose Traveler 2nd Edition, and Journal of the Traveler's Aid Society, on everything you wanted to know about war games but were afraid to ask, with Dan Pancaldi, that's me. We talk about the Roman Empire, but what happens on everything you want to know about war games and are afraid to ask is that we'll start off talking about war games, the subject, this and this, that, and then we branch off, and a lot of comments from the people, and we start talking about different subjects, and it's really cool. I always have a good time, and I thank Artie for having me on. Also, he's unboxing Fall of Saigon, an unboxing, a GMT game. On Everything ASL, Illuminating Rounds has episode 72, the East Bank. So they're playing East Bank from Action Pack 17, because We Are Sparta turned out to be too big for this episode. I don't know, that must be an ASL thing. On Back to the Table, the daughter and father team have 2 videos out this week. Upcoming games that we are waiting for, and an atelier, the Painters Studio, on Back to the Table. On the big board, 2 videos out, Napoleon's Last Gamble from Quatre Bras, and Crunch vs. Overhead, What is the Best Balance? On the big board game. And the chief of bonding with board games and RPGs has 2 videos out this week. He's unboxing Assault, Red Horizon 41 Tactical War, and he's reviewing Disaster at Teutoburg, a solitaire game. Calandale, the man famously known as Calandale, Enrico Viglino, has a slew of videos. Like 12. Say at least 10. So he's talking about Tolkien. He's having a Tolkien discussion. Then a Voldampf intro. Please explain to me what Voldampf is. Then he goes into Austerlitz. Second part. Then Voldampf number 1. Voldampf number 2 in rap. He gives you a review of Voldampf. Misconceptions, I guess, of Voldampf, An Age of Steam, which is another video, quick play, and Soissons, an intro, and part 1. All this on the man famously known as Calandale. Combat Board Games, don't forget, check out his game, Holdout. You know what I paid for that game? In Canadian, $6.50. So in American, it's $5. $5, man. Support the guy. Help him out. Help him make other games. Give him an interest. Give him a reason to make other games, eh? So Combat Board Games has 3 videos out looking at Holdout, his game, a D66 gamebook designed by Brent Campbell, which is him, and gives you another video explaining what are D66 gamebooks. And then he looks at Mini Car Wars from Steve Jackson Games. On Compass Games, Town Hall, episode 48. Bill Thomas gives us the latest news and your chance to win a free game on Compass Games Town Hall. Dad vs. Son is going on a tear. He's got 6 videos out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 videos out, all on Salerno 43, a game by Mark Simonich, and it's published by GMT. He does turns 4 through 10. That's what I said. On Dad vs. Son. And on Dave's Gaming Cave, 2 videos out. Flying Colors, What's in the Box? It's an unboxing. And Ideka, Bolka Days, and Bolka Days 1 and 2. I hope I said that right. Eindeka, Bolki. Bah! What can I tell you? I try. And my paisan from the south, Gilbert Collins. 2 videos out. Playing Atlanta's Hours, playthrough part 1, and a short tour of Gilbert's Man Cave. It'd be interesting to see what an intellect wargamer has in his man cave. Me, it's tobacco. Timmy of Hairbrain Games, 3 videos out. He reviews Flashpoint South China Seas by the boss himself, Harold Buchanan. Then he reviews Mickey and the Beanstalk. Hey, look, gotta take a break. And then he reviews a GMT game called Caesar, or Kaiser, Rome versus Gaul. Hex to Hex, 3 videos out. He's getting live, and McMurray, and a McMurray unboxing. Also, Barbarossa Solitaire Air Mission, option number 1. So Barbarossa Solitaire Air Mission, option number 1. I wonder if he's doing... no, it's not the Stalingrad game by CPT or whatever. Is it CPT? Gary Graber game. And he continues with Army Group North. I got it now, AGN. Barbarossa Part 2 must be a GMT game. On the man who's got tattoos all right up his wazoos, Hexes and Soldiers, is showing us, and it's funny, when you look at this, it looks like it's a helicopter, and something's out of whack, you know, because it's Napoleonics. Quatre Bras, 16th of June, 1815. It's blue against the red. It's funny, and when you look at it like that, unpainted, I know, I ain't gonna paint them, but what can I say? You know what I'm saying? It's something is lost on the eye. On History Hustle, the Greek famine, 1941 to 1942, the hidden tragedy of Greece in World War II. And he says here in the description, why was there a famine in Greece during World War II? Seriously, Greece? In this video, you are going to learn about the dark aspect of life in Axis-occupied Greece in World War II. In April 1941, the German invasion of Greece began, and the Greek army fought alongside the Commonwealth forces. But Mussolini's an asshole. I'm sorry I said that, but it's true. My favorite Frenchman, Fred Serval of Homo Ludens has 2 videos out this week. Crescent Moon Impressions from Coin Designers. Man, when this guy gets people, he gets the people, man. You know what I'm saying? And playing Guy Debord's Jeu de la Guerre with Alex Galloway. All this on Homo Ludens. ID Jester. I'm going to be on Saturday on ID Jester in the War Room. God, I'm having people over, but I'm gonna be on. I told him I'm gonna be on, and I'm gonna be on. He has 12 videos. Board gaming with Herman Latman, a deck building game, session 2. Then he plays Tekken by Daniel Tascini, David Turci, Tascini. These are Daniele Tascini and Davide Turci. These guys are Italians. You know what I'm saying? Then he's unboxing live new games. He's on the War Room with Matt White, the designer and illustrator. Matt White. Look for his designs, I should say his illustrations, in many games to come. Then ID Jester teaches Ghost Stories tutorial. Ghost Stories, I used to play Ghost Stories. That's a difficult game. Then Tekken first full, I guess, playthrough and setup. This is a video of 3 hours and 58 minutes. Holy moly. Then he plays two videos of Target for today, heavy metal hitters. I want to get Target for today. Target for today. Is that the, hold on, is that the Lock and Load or is that the Legion War Games Target for today? No, I think that's the Legion War Games. I got it! I got lots by Legion War Games. Then Fall of Saigon, the Lake expansion by GMT. And then he gives us a craft time with ID Jester. This guy does everything. And Quarriors Quultimate Quedition solo playthrough. I was gonna get into Quarriors at one time, but then my better half said no. So I got into tobacco. She should have stuck with board games. And then board gaming with Herm again, part 3, horror games. All this on the mellifluous ID Jester. The man who goes by the name of Jeff. 3 videos. All 3 videos on Dungeon Universalis. And it's a playthrough part 3 to 5. Respect! Jim Ozarski. 3 videos this week. A trio of Crossfire 1-hour challenges. And Campaign Carnival part 3 Outflanked. And the Battle of Arnhofen part 2 for Shakos. When he says for Shakos, what's he saying? Sometimes he says for Blucha or for whatever. Now it's for Shakos too. What do you mean for Shakos? Who's Shakos? You know what I'm saying? And the minister that is Joel Toppin has 2 videos. Battle Above the Clouds, Great Campaigns of the American Civil Wars series, part 3, American Civil War. One war. And then he goes to Harold Buchanan, the boss. How to play Flashpoint. South China Seas. This is published by GMT. Designed by Harold, the boss, Buchanan.
Hey guys, Dave here. Welcome to the Centurions review. There's 5 days left for my Battle of Zama Kickstarter, so there's still time to back it and get the game at a significant discount. All proceeds will be used to support the Centurions review website and YouTube channel. The first video we made this week was a playthrough and video of Bismarck Solitaire. It's a solitaire game book where you command the Bismarck, Prince Eugen, and a submarine. You have to sink British ships for victory points and make it back to port after a certain turn. This is a good game book and has sufficient strategy to keep it interesting. Next, we created Wargame Chat number 52, where we talked about war games that don't use counters. Some of these use miniatures, some use blocks, some had stand-ups, and some were purely card games. Last, we did a playthrough and review of Hostage Rescue Squad from Mike Lambo. In this game, you choose your scenario and have to rescue hostages and exit the map without any of your troops or hostages getting killed. This is a fun one. It seems well balanced because I typically win about 50% of the time. Thanks for watching and have a good day.
STUKAJOE has 3 videos out. The new arrival, Death of an Army in Ypres, 1914. Then 2 videos on the end of Empire, 1744 to 1782, parts 1 and 2, the French and Indian War scenario. On KilRoyWasHere! Kilroy from the road, Fort Smith, Arkansas. Also, July 23rd, 2022. It's funny, all I see is a die. Then, Coffee with Kilroy, Montsegur. He wrote it wrong. Monsignor, 1244, Montsegur. Yeah. No, maybe he did it right. No, he did it wrong. And then Coffee with Kilroy, Combat Board Games, Brent Campbell's Holdout. So excited. And on Kings and Generals, 3 videos. Russia's best month. Russia invasion of Ukraine. So I guess he goes over that in real time. Then Battle of Kokoda, Pacific War number 36. This is a documentary. And the Rise of the Cossacks. Origin of the Ukrainians, on Kings and Generals. On Legendary Tactics, 3 videos. Is this the craziest board game ever published? All I see is spaghetti. Then, No Retreat, a game by Carroll, a good friend of mine. The Russian Front, best game ever. Part 6, and Doctor Who Nemesis, upcoming board game. On Legendary Tactics. Jan Heinemann, now let's play history. Gefecht an der Nister, battle at the Nister. This is an impromptu game. I'm assuming it's 2 hours and 17 minutes. And what Kriegsspiele is all about, or Kriegsspiel, not Kriegsspiele, there's no E at the end. The Battle of Cape St. Vincent, open Saturday, 5 hours! Holy moly! Hey, man, do your whole afternoon with that. And could you ever play too much Kriegsspiel? Nope. All this on Let's Play History with Jan Heineman. On Little Wars TV Historicon 2022 Convention Recap. It was held in Lancaster, Pennsylvania this July 21st to 24th, and Little Wars TV was there to run games, play games, buy toys, and enjoy themselves. Historicon is the largest historical miniature event in the US of America. Lock and Load Publishing has 2 videos out, both of them on World at War 85. Blood and Fury, new units, and new game markers. Hey, these guys, when they talk, they know their stuff. Let me tell you, I was watching a live podcast, and man, Keith, he knew every single stat, blah, 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 unbelievable. Marco Omnigamer, aka Marco Wargamer, Warsaw 1920, a review on Marco Omnigamer. The vampire that is Mark Felton of Mark Felton Production has 3 videos out. The Last Reichsfuhrer, the Hangman of Breslau, and World War II Panther tank found in Ukraine. Also, World War II T-34 tanks, Ukraine, World War 2022. Now, I should say Ukraine War 2022, because I saw World War there. Now look at what can I say? On the designer and the artist Matt White War Games, on his website, unboxing an initial impression, as I say, on his YouTube site, Première Gloire, Early Glories of Napoleon. This is a Victus game. On Matt White this week. Mike Lambo Solitaire book game. He's got a YouTube channel, instructional playthrough of battles of the English Civil War. If it ain't simple enough, he's gonna break it down and make it even more simple. Mo of Mo's Game Table has 2 videos out. The African Campaign from Compass Games. This is a preview. And Captain C, the American Frigate, 1799 to 1815, from Legion War Games. The lights. Well, that's very nice. I thought it was seek out and play. But look at that, because of the blue. Freak me out. My Own Worst Enemy, he's unboxing Death in the Trenches, The Great War of 1914-1918, World War I, from Compass Games. And on Remember World War II with Rishi Sharma. He's 106 years old. He's a veteran, and he shares his inspirational secrets to living a very long life and being a gunner for the 15th Air Force. Let's see here. This is a World War II documentary about Joe Burgess, who served. It's funny, it's Joe Burgess, but then it's Rishi Sharma. Oh, Rishi Sharma is the guy who makes the videos. Joe Burgess is the guy, the veteran. And as you can see on the left there, there's a B-17. Man, that must have been something. And he talks about some harrowing experiences he had against the German forces, and also his secret to longevity. The Professor, Riccardo Mazzini, 2 videos out, a mini war log, Greg Kostikian, Licertezza nei giochi. I don't know what that is. The insertion? Also, another video on in Riccardo Mazzini. I gotta get up to my Italian. Warlog, Dossier, Il War Game Come Gioco Sandbox. This is in English. And on Rough Swordsman, War Game and unboxing of 1914 Nacht Paris, designed by Bertrand Meunier and published by VUCA Simulations. This is an advanced review copy kindly sent to him by VUCA Simulations. On Sci-Fi Central, take a break, relax. So I do that. And a pipe gives me that. It gives me the relaxation. It depends what type of tobacco, though. Because if it's a really thoughtful tobacco, as there is such a thing, then you don't want anything. You just want your thoughts with the tobacco. But sometimes I relax, have a pipe, watch Sci-Fi Central, and watch something like The Last Scout. Or Transmorphers. Some of these are really cheesy. Do you know what? Open up a bag of popcorn. Cheese out. Talking about lights. And the video. Seek out and play Undaunted Reinforcement. Actions. Reinforcements. Actions. This is a brief video that introduces some of the actions found in Undaunted Reinforcements. The actions include advanced anti-tank grenade and others. So this video offers a brief explanation of each action and how the new control rule works in the game. This is a game by David Thompson and Trevor Benjamin. I was going to say Benjamin Franklin. On Steve Jackson Games! 2 videos out, Steve Jackson Live. Join us for a 4-player Pathfinder and Viva la Pathfinder Revolution. La Revolution. On the Board Game Chronicles, The Dark Summer. Ted Racer. How to Play, published by GMT. And Pacific War, Mark Herman. Storage Solution, published by GMT. On The Discriminating Gamer, 3 videos out, Cody talks about his top 10 WizKid games. Then, Heroes of Normandy, the Big Red One edition, and also his game shelf number 17. This guy's got 17 videos of game shelves. Cody of The Discriminating Gamer. On the Dusted Game Shelf, 3 videos, an unboxing of Star Trek Ascendancy, Cardassian something, and he's unboxing Undaunted Reinforcement and Board Game Shelf Update, July 2022. Nepotism. On the Fokker Circus Pipe News, Dan Pancaldi reviews Anthology 1992-2022 by Cornell and Deal, blended by the master Jeremy Reeves, and all the beautiful components of this anthology. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at all the stuff there, I'm describing it. It's fruity, going to the right. Come on, I'm having fun. It's deep. Smells of prunes going down. It's citrusy a bit, bready. Look at the doggy, meaning it doesn't bite. Go back to the left. It's chocolatey and woody, and it's a classic like the Vespa. You see what I'm saying? Fun. The Oaken Night, the voice of PBS Vermont. Replay games, Big League Baseball games. Replay Baseball overview. This is a tabletop baseball simulation that's been around since 1970s and is presented in an overview using his 1990 copy with the full 1989 team roster. The Oaken Night. The Gentleman of the Player's Aid. 3 videos. Review 414 BC. Siege of Syracuse from Worthington Publishing. Also an unboxing. Combined Arms from Warlord Games and a playthrough of Fort Jefferson Attack game from THGC. I think I know that, but there's dots after that, so I can't be sure. The Tank Museum, 2 videos out. Tank Chat number 158, Spartan and Stormer at the Tank Museum, and Tank Chat Warrior number 159 at the Tank Museum. That's pretty cool sometimes. GIMPY of the GIMPY Gamer has 3 videos out. GIMPY's Gal Guesses Star of Acarios and A Most Fearful Sacrifice review through Part 4 and Top 5 Cheap Games. All this on the GIMPY Gamer. On Tony's Board Life, Lock and Load, Point Blank 29, let's go! Turn 2. And it says here, PG, Slovakia's War, First Battle Turn, number 4. I don't know if this is a Strategemata game, but could be. U-Boater 658, Operation Unthinkable, the finale. And he says here, if only there was just one more turn. Western allies come up short. Eek! Eek! Wardy Roll plays World War II. He's painting a D&D Draconian using speed paint. Speed paint? I gotta check that out. I don't even know what that is. And you can't quit gushing over these at the Army Painter. And Army Painter speed painting Battletech Mech Live. This is a 2-hour video. And thoughts on Battletech Mini with Army Painter speed. I gotta check this. What is this Army Painter speed? Priming Clan Battletech Minis for speed paint and testing the Army Painter speed paint with primer. Speed paint. I mean, does it help you paint speedily? I have no idea. And the cop, that is Wayne Hansen, has 3 videos up. Let's Chat Live, Lifestyle War Games. Also, Let's Play Point Blank. V is for Victory, Solitaire, and The Verdict for Point Blank V is for Victory. A game designed by Sean Drulinger, published by Lock and Load Publishing. Wise Guy History has 5 videos out. The Anzac Landing, scenario number 1 from Assault on Gallipoli, and he gives us an example of close combat in Assault on Gallipoli, continuing Assault on Gallipoli, thrilling finale turn ending to the Anzac Landing. Then he reviews The Boss's game, The Boss, Harold, The Boss, Buchanan, Flashpoint, South China Seas, and last video is more opening moves to Fall Blau. This is in Vassal. World War II Indy Nidel's fine channel. After victory at Kursk, the Soviets attack. Another video, Stalin, Hitler, and Churchill, Architects of Death. That's a different point of view here. I mean, he gives you the straight dope, man. Come meet Indy Sparty and the Time Ghost team. That's the team that runs this World War II amazing channel. And the posh Brits betraying their country. Shipolo. Finally, Zilla Blitz. 2 videos on trucking. I've got to check them out. You know what I'm saying? Because it looks real clean, the videos. Anyways, and Flashpoint South China Sea unboxing, a game by Harold, The Boss, Buchanan, published by GMT. Get all your fine games from Harold at GMT. And with that said, cue music. Thank you. Another week, another show. This one wasn't as hard as I thought it was gonna be because of a war injury called life. Wear and tear, man. Wear and tear. Every how would I say? Every trade, every profession has its wear and tear. The brain, the body. Mine were my wrists, because obviously I'm a musician, a performer, that is. And man, did I used to practice sincerely 10, 12 hours a day. I remember doing that for a summer easily. I probably did it for 3 years. I know I practiced like an animal for 10 years. I mean, 5 hours of practicing for me was a joke. Seriously. I started late. I was not in music, but in classical percussion, in undertaking studies. I started when I was, 20 years old. That's late for music when you're 20. And I didn't know anything about music. I remember one of my teachers, her name was Jean Salt. And she pointed me out. First class in college. First class. And she said, "What's a perfect fourth?" And I thought, what? What the hell's a fourth and what's a perfect? And she said, "You're gonna fail." Which I did. Many times. Many classes. Many universities. And I just remember, man, this woman is not gonna get the better of me. I'm gonna plow through. And the way I plowed through was through my instrument because of the focus. ADHD, when you focus on something, you are hyper focused, especially me. And I was incredibly hyper focused. I remember going to the colleges when I got thrown out of my first English college. I went to my second college, the French college that was beside. It was called Collège de Musique Saint-Laurent, which inevitably I got thrown out of that college too. I used to bring a case of beer. I used to show up at 8 o'clock in the morning with my case of beer. I wouldn't drink. I would put it under my instrument, under the marimba. And we had one room where the marimba was in. We had one marimba. I would come in, shut the door, lock it, cover the window with newspaper, and that was my room till 11 o'clock at night, when the guard would come knocking at the door and say, "Dan, get the hell out." A lot of students hated me, man, because I just sequestered that room, and I had my case of beer, right? So I mean, 12 beers, and whatever. And that's why I excelled. But I put my body through such hard work, especially little muscles, that this is the event and effect. This is what happens. What can I tell you? It's inevitable. I mean, there's wear and tear, man. Ligaments, But I wouldn't change it for anything. I would do it all over again. And anyways, I don't even know where I was at with that. But thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Please subscribe. And please support this channel. It gives me a boost. It really does. It's $5 a month. Basically, it's $1.25 per episode. It's like you're buying me a cup of coffee. You know what I'm saying? And it does. It gives me incentive to keep going. I thought I wasn't going to do anything because of my arm. And it's funny, I'm going to say this after I said please support me. I mean, there still is pain. But I was talking to my wife and I was saying, man, I got to do the show. I got to do the show. I got to do the show. Because if you watch me on Artie's, on everything you want to know about war games but were afraid to ask, trust me, I was a zombie. The pain was tremendous. I didn't think I was going to make it. And the guilt was unbelievable for my supporters. I mean, they support me. And I want to give them what they support me for. You understand? I take it to heart. I have fun doing this. And I really enjoy the Saturdays when I put them out. And I'm kind of walking on a cloud, and I'm waiting for comments. Please comment below, you know, because I'm going to have different people reading the comments. I call it fan mail every once in a while. And there's going to be different people reading the fan mail. And for me, it's a lot of fun, right? I want this show to be, you know, like a talk. I like talk shows, man. I'm very comfortable in front of the camera, and I'm very comfortable and charismatic, if I can say so, with people. Sometimes I get some assholes. There is an asshole in Florida, but I won't mention his name. And guy's a sociopath, man. He really is. He's an opportunist sociopath. He's got no soul. Anyways, don't forget, Brent Campbell, Combat Board Games, hold out, support the guy, man. And let me know if you guys have any Mike Lambo games and how you feel about them. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll chat about it. So, with that said, have a great weekend. I'm going to be on the War Room with Kurt, ID Jester, and Tony. I mean, Kurt is ID Jester. Tony and Board Game Swordsman, God damn. Yeah. The musician. I can't believe I forgot. Board Game Swordsman. Or a Swordsman Board Gamer. Oh my god. Anyways, that's the kind of show it's been. That's the kind of show it's going to be probably on Saturday. That's on ID Jester's channel from 4 to 6. And at 6 o'clock, I'm out of there because it's barbecue time and movie night outside with a pipe and a couple of cold ones. Have a great weekend. Be nice to people. Be nice. It'll make you happy.